move on to that topic since we're already brushing it and we're already here.
This is not in the notes. Well, where you going?
You know where I'm going with this.
And where you going?
You know where I'm going with this. Women and independency. What level of independency do you guys want? All right, for instance, or example, me and Lady Lotus is having a conversation here, and I just said to her, you know, I wouldn't let anybody disrespect you and anything happen to you. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, that's how we roll. We got each other back. So I said, you know, anybody ever tried to harm you or do anything to you, I got you. You know what the first thing she told me? I got it. Why do women do that? Why do women put themselves, oh, I don't need no man. I got it. You know what I mean? And they do all these kind of things like that on one hand, and then on the other hand, they want you to be the man that comes to their rescue to help them out, be the one to be the, what do they call it, to show chivalry and to do all these kind of things like that. When on one foot they showing you that they got it. They're so overly independent. What do women want? What level of independency? Please explain to me. I would like to know.
So glad you asked.
Yeah.
Okay, do you see how quickly that was my response?
Mm-hmm.
How quick that was? Because it was like reflex, right? Because that's just, if you're not used to being protected or having someone in that position, that's your reflex. You know what I'm saying? So the whole independent thing, I think, I get what you're saying. I don't need no man, all of that. Women that say that tripping. Some days you feel like that, but if you really keep it funky, we do. We do need a man. And I'll get into, you know, how and why, but we don't. What I wanted to say was like this whole independent, strong black woman thing. I get it, but it kind of annoys me a little bit because I feel like having to be that level of strong, why is that an honor? I'm exhausted. I'm grateful to be able to do it all. I don't want all that pressure all the time. I would love to have a partner and balance that out, you know? So I think, yes, we have proven that we are capable of doing it. But I think realistically speaking, you do need a masculine energy to balance you out. Do you need it in a way like you can't survive without it? No, but I think the natural desire is to balance out your energy. So having that masculine energy present in your life shows up in ways that relieves some of that pressure from you.
Do you think that women should take blame for pushing that narrative into society that they're so independent, they don't need a man, that now that we've gotten so comfortable with hearing that, right? And we've got so fine-tuned within our brain now that this is how women are. Sometimes you could offer a woman, like, let me hold up your, oh no, I got it. Let me protect you and hold you down. Oh, I got it. I can protect myself and hold my... So then you get so used to that. Now it's the same way how you said, you see how easy it was for me to say that? It's the same way how it was easy for a man to fall in recluse of not doing these things.
And I can understand that too. And I would say we would have to take responsibility for the role we play in that. We do. But also y'all can't use that as a crutch either. You know what I mean?
I don't know if it's a crutch or if it's more of a program.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It's
just
a program.
Like we are to be.
Right, it's a program. And I don't really think it's a crutch. I can't speak for all men. Probably some of the brothers out there, I might have to use that when you need to. But we know in the reality of things is really the programming that you get put inside you, you know? Because that leads me to something else that we had a conversation about, which...
Hold on 1 second. You know the other reason why a woman might respond that way is because sometimes a woman could feel like men have motives, like ulterior motives. So sometimes when a man's just like trying to do stuff for you, you're like, maybe I don't want you to do nothing for me, because sometimes we feel like subconsciously it could come with an expectation. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's just easier to dodge the BS if you just like, nah, I'm good.
So that brings me to this though. Some women might come and tell you, you don't help me with my bags or do XYZ like Jimmy up the road does do it, or Mr. Tom out of see at the market does do it. When you think Mr. Tom doing it because he's a nice guy, when Mr. Tom doing it to get in your drawers. You know what I mean? So you trying to come and fling some other man's chivalry in my face, right? To make me feel some type of way because you feel like you're not getting this. Oh, the things that he's not doing at home, other men are doing it. He trying to get in your drawers and you looking at it as a nice gesture. What about those times? So I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you said what you just said, because that patches right into
I think
that
it's
mentality
uncomfortable
of
for
what it is.
it's uncomfortable for you because it's exposing you. Like
Right.
the fact that I can randomly go outside and get it.
So you think it's uncomfortable for me to do that?
It should be.
I don't like the word. I don't like.
Remix.
Yeah, I don't like the word uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Ladies, I got us.
I don't like.
Say what now?
I don't like the word uncomfortable. I don't like the word uncomfortable because some women think that, you know, because your mind get a little comfortable with. The word comfortable. Your mind get a little used to you at home and your natural being or whatever, and your natural, you know, your natural just being in the home together. He might start to lack a little bit. Like some of you women start to lack a little bit. Y'all don't start looking as presentable as you once did. You start to walk around in your little house robe, look a little washed down a little bit, because you feel comfortable enough now that you got this man now. You don't need to, you know what I mean, overdulge up yourself like
Need to what? What you want her to walk around the house in? A ball gown?
Yes, and high heels like they used to do back in the 70s when you used to watch them women them on TV.
And what you
with
doing?
the heels and the apron on.
And what you doing?
Probably some type of work somewhere around the place.
Probably.
You know.
Oh, okay.
But we ain't talking about, you know.
Yeah.
So what's really going on?
If you dealing with women that fall off taking care of themselves, then I don't know what kind of caliber woman you was dealing with. Because a woman being well kept, it should be for you, yourself. I keep myself up and like to look nice and feel good. Do the things that make me feel good for me. So
I think every man out there knows factually that when women, and it could be men too, but we're talking about women right now.
But even my pajamas is cute, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, respect to that.
And what y'all
but you have women out here getting relationships to get comfortable and they don't take care of themselves.
Don't talk about getting comfortable in a relationship, because y'all are infamous for doing the most to get a woman and then where's that person at when the representative leave? And then you stuck with the imposter. Quiet on the set.
I can only speak for me. I don't know what brethren's out there bringing.
I just heard a pin drop in here.
You know, I come as I am, you know, straight in a straight package, and I don't know if we do. Some people, everybody change. Everybody bring their representative when they first meet a person, and want you to know the better side of them. You know what I mean? Nobody comes crazy, deranged. Nobody comes like that. You see that later on.
You do.
Yeah.
Heavy on the deranged.
Nobody comes like that. You find out that till later on. So I mean, let's talk the talk how it really is. It really is. You know.
I can only speak for me. 100% me, 100% of the time.
And that's your experience.
I don't know nothing about nothing else. What you see is what you get. Cause who got time to be dancing around? That's an act. I'm not trying to be who you want me to be. Buju Banton said, "Could you love me for me? Real love, with no strings attached."
Yeah, Buju definitely said that. Yeah, Buju was talking about he want to give a woman his heart.
Never want to take it back.
Right.
I guess that's my job. Come on.
Listen.
You don't want to go Buju on. Man,
listen.
How much tape we got left? You want to get me started?
Hey, listen, we gonna get back. We gonna get back to Mr. Myrie later on. You know what I mean? We gonna move on and to the next topic. Yeah. Now my question: is chivalry dead?
I'm tired.
How do you feel about chivalry? Do you feel it's dead, and do you feel like it's something that is something we're born with, or do you feel like it's something that we have to be taught to be this type of way?
Chivalry. I personally love it. I'm kind of old school. You know what I mean? I love morals, standards, values. That's just the type of woman I am. You know what I mean? Chivalry, I think, is dead in our generation and society. Dead as a doorknob, as they would say.
And what do you view chivalry as in your mind, or what do you define it as?
I think.
Do I have to put my jacket over a puddle for you? Do I need to pull out your seat every time you need to sit down at the table?
Maybe not every time, but on a regular basis would be nice. And even that's a little bit extreme. But I would enjoy you opening the door for me, the car door for me, and things like that. I would.
I would like to know what
I think you asking me a question. I don't want to get away from it. I want to make sure I, give you, what you're asking for. Chivalry to me is a representation of a man's humility. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You humble yourself, and you like to refer to women as queen.
Right.
How you doing, queen? How you feeling, queen?
Right.
So why can't I remain in the passenger seat until you walk around and let me out like a queen?
And I'm not saying that. Let me give some backstory. Let's give some backstory on that, because queen is for you to represent.
Oh man,
to understand.
No, come on. No.
Queen is for you to understand your worth. You're a queen. You know what I mean? It's supposed to make you understand your royalty. You're of royalty. You're not just of slavery. You're of royalty. So I want you to remember that, and I want to treat you and view you as such.
That's beautiful.
Okay. Let me stick a pin right there, all right? Now, when it comes to being chivalry now, you can still be a queen without me having to say, let me jump out and open a door for you.
What?
When is the last time your man opened up the car door for you? And I want to know the amount of women out of 100, how many women could tell me 90 of you had that happen in recent years?
And that's your question, and this is my question. What queen opens the door for herself? If it's raining, Queen Elizabeth is not even gonna hold her umbrella, honey. You hear me? What queen is opening her own door? Do you want me to be a queen or not?
Now see, that's queen in a different type of level now.
It's not.
That's queen
It's
living
all
in
relative.
royalty. You see what I'm trying to say?
If you're calling me queen, you're suggesting that I'm royal.
In the state of mind.
Exactly. So open my damn door. You keep further proving my point, love.
You see, if it was real, you would have peasants and people that work for you to do all them things for you. The fact that we are regular day common folk, but we come from the lineage of kings and queens, is a whole different type of topic and story, you know. I think those things have been bred out of us. I think that there's something that you have to be taught to do. And I think sometimes, a lot of the times, not saying that they're not the right thing to do, but don't be obligated. Stop your obligation. Some of them woman them, or some of you woman them, does have some obligations where they feel because you're a man and you have two balls between your legs, that mean open door for them, or you must do this, you must do that. There's no obligation to that, you know.
No, you're
that
absolutely
is a little
right.
sexist, you know.
You're right, but it would be nice My preference would be one who enjoys doing that, not that would see
Enjoy is fine.
not see that as a chore, but want to honor me in that way. I would want him to see me as worthy of that. I would never want to feel like it's a chore for him. So the kind of man for me is in that same mindset. He wants to do that for me.
Now, wanting to do it for you is fine.
Yes.
It's fine. But then some women feel like, oh, because you're a man, you know what I mean? Like, you should do that.
Certain things I do feel like as a man you should.
So then as a woman, if I be like, you should, you know, do some things to me, would you feel some type of way? Because you're a woman, you should do some things to me because you're a woman. You should get in the kitchen and cook. You should be doing my laundry. You know what I mean? You should be getting on your knees and pleasing me if I ask you to because you're a woman.
Have you ever looked up chivalry?
It's only courtesy.
It didn't say nothing about,
it's only courtesy.
It didn't say nothing about what a woman should be doing.
Oh, you see what I'm saying?
It was talking
This
about,
is why we need these conversations, fellas, and this is why I'm here to shake it up. You feel me? Because we can't be letting women have things one-sided. They ain't say nothing about woman. Women could be chivalrous too. Women could show a little
and we are
compassion.
naturally. Y'all get all of that. Y'all be getting all of that husband, like wifey material treatment and can't even open the damn door.
Now,
women be doing all of that and still can't even get that.
Hear me out. What's the difference now? If I see a woman going through a door, right? I'm not gonna cut in front of her. And well, it depends on what I have going on, what I have to do. But if I see a woman, nah, ladies, I would never do that. My mother raised me better than that, man. If I see a woman going into the door, I would always hold the door for her. If I see a woman trying to move a stroller, going up the subway in the train station, I would help a woman out. I'm always there to be a gentleman. Doesn't mean that I'm always going to be chivalrous, but I'm always going to be a gentleman. Should that be held against me? Or is me being a gentleman enough to show you that I mean well?
Tomato, tomato, tomato. Boo. You talking about random women in the street helping with a stroller.
Right.
We're not talking about that.
You decide. You discuss it. Leave your comment. Like, subscribe, share. Do all those great things. We're trying to build something beautiful here and provoke thought and have healthy conversation. And hopefully these are the views that you'll be able to use within your life. This has been another episode of the Pure Vibes Podcast with your host, Shaka Eru, aka King Fire, the Fresh King, alongside my beautiful co-host,
Lady Lotus, Queen of Positive Vibes.
And we're saying peace, love, and prosperity. Till next time.
But me never did a pass it to Keisha. The kind of gal with a smoke up your chiba. And me the kind of man that's stingy with me reefer. Fuck all those questions you ask. Look at my skin, how it black. All I rock is J's and Air Max.